Hello, everyone. Thank you for being here. I am ecstatic to be here with you all. Such a huge amount, infinite amount of excitement to especially be channeling the dragons, the collective of dragons. Well, in case you don't know who I am Aurora. I am the founder of A.U.R.A Hypnosis Healing, as well as Raw Reiki Angelic Alchemy Healing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here and holding space for such a beautiful collective energy, frequency, magical beings to be speaking through us today. Thank you. Now, in case you want to know where to find my services, as I offer all that I mentioned, as well as we have directory of others who offer as well, Aura Hypnosis and Reiki Angelic Healing. You can find that under my website, risingphoenixaurora.com, which, by the way, check it out. You all, I changed the look in my website, and I think it's really beautiful. And one more thing before we get started. You can there is there is a retreat that we just rolled out last night, and it's for all our students, all our alchemy students. That's including raw aura hypnosis, raw reiki, quantum alchemy channeling. So if you're taking the alchemy classes and courses, Isis Priestess program, the Isis Priestess course, you are most definitely welcome to go with us in August 16th through the 19th, 4 days and nights at Mount Shasta. And it is beautiful. Wait till you sign up and you see the images. It is both a indoor location, so a beautiful home that has over 2,400 square feet of a home, and then there is glamping outside, beautiful, elegant glamping where there's beds that you can sleep on, and it just the nature is surrounded by, I think they said maybe 8 acres of nature. So wow. As if it's not going to be beautiful enough with the energies of the inner earth and the Mount Shasta, and then the location is just gorgeous. Hope to see you all there. It's going to sell out fast, so make sure if you're interested in doing it, just because we do have a lot of students. We have hundreds of students, and it's going to sell out fast. So I love you guys. Thank you once more for being here. All right. All right, very good. Here we go. I'm going to start preparing myself to place myself in. I do have Thor down here, my puppy. He's taking a nap, so he should be quiet, but you might hear him. His little paws walking around every now and then. Here we go. Moon 11, send love to the earth. Aurora, Aurora. Greetings. Thank you. Thank you for allowing for us to be in your divine presence. As Aurora said earlier, ecstatic we are and honored to be here with you in delivering these beautiful messages of whom we are. Thank you. Thank you for giving us this opportunity, this chance to do so. We are the collective of dragons throughout creation. We shall begin with our story of creation so that you may understand what we are. For as you have seen throughout your time and history of your earth consciousness, much of whom we are has been infringed upon and changed. There are many reasons on why that has happened to, you can say, taint or create negative thought forms of whom we truly are. Thank you. In the beginning of creation, there was a divine mother whom sprung forth the divine father from her essence. Before there was fractalizations, they created a child together from their beautiful sacred union. This child outsprung out from their collective energy within the source flame. This child is what you would know as a princess of the flame. She was the very first creation of love, of the most beautiful, pure, infinite love. From there, from within the abilities of the Mother and Father, Divine Mother and Father and Child, Holy Trinity union, fractalizations begin to manifest and create from this flame child's heart. This is where you come into the Seraphim story, the Seraphim Angels, the beginning of this creation's race. These Seraphim Angels, as we have spoken prior, through other channels, help create with their beautiful hearts different races and planetary spheres, planets, as you would call it, throughout creation. With there being within this universal creation, there being say, light and shadow, female and male, though all in a unity thought form are all one. However, you can see this as a needed expression of differences so that we, as a collective within the source creator energy, needed to continue to grow and experience. With every experience, we grew and grew and grew. Within this universe, since the beginning of time itself, there has been polarities. Now, these polarities started off with just perhaps like a shadow, as if you were to walk down the street and you would see your own shadow walking right beside you and unattachable from you. A shadow cannot be cut from you as you're walking down the street, yet it is a representation of what the shape of you are and whom you are as well. So the beginning of the darkness began in this process where we can explain to you so that you may understand within your verbiage, began as a shadow of this creation itself, where we created light. There was also shadow and emptiness and darkness, where we needed to continue to fill the emptiness and the darkness and begin creation through it. There is a element that within the darkness that is extremely significant in building, creating a life force, a planet. It begins from the shadow. The light springs forth from this shadow and this darkness. As we continue to say test for We did not know where this would lead us to. The seraphim continued to grow till they became the numbers of the first branch of 12 elders, seraphim, 13 being the princess of the flame. Now, when just as the light was becoming intelligent in ways of love and creation, we realized that there was also something that had sprung forth from within the shadows, the opposite of life and love, in a sense. Without love and absence of love, then that would be a form of a soulless type of energies, yet still alive, however, no love existing within it. Now there is a multifaceted of shadows, just as there is as if you were to look at the color, say blue, you have many, many shades of blues that you can create with mixing different colors and whites. And this is how we can explain the different formalities of the darkness. Just as a color would have a multitude of colors, so does the darkness have a multitude of energies in creation and levels. Together, the seraphim, some began as together, the seraphim, when they realized that there were energies that yet could not be placed a finger upon them. However, it felt like there was something to come, something to that was creating from different colors of these darkness, different shades. There was a sense of needing to shield lovingly different expressions that were being manifested throughout time. That is when we created the second race in creation, and that is us, the collective of dragons. We were created to guard even the most beautiful, strongest seraphim angel that you know of, which is why they are related to fire, the etheric fire energy. We were the creations of the princess, as well as the creations of some of the very first Seraphim Angelics. With that, we were manifested and created just within a beautiful intent and thought form. And through that, we began as well to fractalize and come into and grow and expand through different roles of the universe that we can aid upon. Now, with every element that you see within the universe creation, and elements even beyond that you are unaware of, there you could say that we are the spirit within these elements. Examples will be we are elements within some of the beauties of the darkness that we spoke of, elements of star, of suns, of planets, of earth. As we have told you through prior channelings, this earth itself is like a beautiful paradise where we took a multitude of pieces of the universe and melded them together, working together in animal forms, human forms, flowers, plants, trees. It is a beautiful creation, a painting of all the multi facets. Not all, but a great vast majority of them. We are found within crystals. We are found within rainbows, through clouds, through the air, through gold, through lava. Every element, once more, that you can think of, we are. We continue to multiply and multiply with this love, becoming your best friends. Many of us channel through your best, as you all call it, your man's best friend, which would be the dogs, the cats. However, we channel through all forms of animals in your planet. Now, that is what you can see us as at our truest form, our purest form, without releasing of the tainting and the programming of your society. We are humans, people's best friends. With that, we have many roles that we have been working in the background, in, say, the beauties of the shadows, and in the unseen. Our elements are work from anywhere from the 4th dimension till the 12th dimensional of this creation. We travel through these times and spaces and dimensions. We are a great strength and grouping collective that is essentially lovingly, influentially, great strength, holding earth and its beauties. Remember what we said about the chemicals. Therefore, if you were to look at, say, the grass, perhaps you might see the grass move differently in a specific shape. You might notice that there is a dragon sitting there of the elements of grass. Perhaps you might look at the clouds. There is a cloud in the shape of a dragon. There is an actual dragon within that cloud. We are the spirits of these elements. With that, if you sit down and you look at every element and its purpose throughout creation, what are the qualities of every element, then you would realize that we also hold those same qualities. As an example, a gold dragon, the qualities that it holds for scientific creations, as well as how it is a antenna to focus energy upon and amplify its energy. It is the clearest, most metal that we know of throughout this universe. There is, therefore, if you would have a gold dragon, it would harness some of these abilities for you. Think of ways alchemically that you can work in unity with some of these dragon companions that are waiting there for you to do so. Now, we will continue to give you different examples. Say that you, throughout life, have felt like your light feels tired, feels like it needs to be replenished. Now, with this light, there are forms that you can call forth, dragon forms, that would be connected to these lights, as in star. Star energy itself is connected to these replenishments of the lights within you. Once more, you would find star dragons connected. If you look at the water itself, you will find dragons once more within the water of the oceans, healing the deepest water that you could imagine. We are incarnated not only through your animal forms, but also through some of the natures. We are within mountains. We are spirits of mountains. We are spirits of islands. Once more, think of ways through your imagination that you can understand infinitely of whom we are. Now, let's see. Some more roles that we can explain to you before we open up for questions is that we also oversee as well souls, integrations, processes that you go through in expanding your consciousness in your illusion of the physical vessel, physical body. Processes as first time a baby is being born, if within higher self agreement, we bring forth souls that are meant to not be harmed through ways of going through a process of the density of the second dimension, and how the second dimension has many souls as well as spirit entities that are growing, that are expanding for future incarnations. Within the 2D dimension, it is the even denser than the 3 dimension, the third dimension. Therefore, we bring through souls that are not meant to have, say, these 2-dimensional frequencies latch onto them in an infringing manner. We bring forth these souls as you would call forth, say, a stork. I believe that's what you call it, pelican, stork. We're not finding it within the memory here. However, we are as them. We bring forth beautiful souls coming into the mother's wombs, protecting them from energies that may enter into their DNA, affecting them in ways that is not organic or positive for their ascension. We also bring forth souls, as in you call them walk-ins, when there is a soul that has done what it needed to do, has accomplished its karmic cycle, completed its task. Then there is perhaps a new soul altogether, or a bigger soul of the original fractal, more of a wholeness, leveled up soul to come, and we bring it from the different dimension that is coming from, whether it's coming from the 13th dimension, the 8th dimension. We protect it sacredly, coming down through the dimensions and the regression of the dimensions, so that it goes through the organic process of the purification that has to occur of going into this third dimension of forgetting oneself, the natural process. We ensure that then it comes forth unto your vessels, ensuring that there is once more safety within it. Within the integration, we bring soul braids that are meant to come forth, fractals, pieces of different benevolent beings that your higher self has agreed upon to help you grow within the next task at hand of your futures. We are within planets, we are within as big as planets, we are planets, we are within asteroids, we are within pieces of all creation. Use your imagination to see us, and this is how you shall see us, through your imagination. You may proceed with your questions. Thank you.
Thank you very much for that beautiful share. Some of it has been known before, but there's a lot that you shared today that we weren't aware of. Thank you very much for sharing that. We do have a lot of questions, and you've actually covered a lot of the questions in your share. So I'm just going to go through the list right now. To start with, what does the Christian Bible speak of dragons as such, and can you explain its meaning and why?
Thank you. Thank you for this question. Some of the explanations we explained about how significant our role is in the souls, in the sacred shielding of the souls. This has been shared with you. Therefore, the control over with the government, Illuminati, the Cabal, the puppeteers with the strings behind the strings, know the truths of whom we are and what we represent for the safety and love and protectors that we are for you. Therefore, yes, this was a way to program children coming into these religions, adults, so that they may feel that we are evil and we harm others, so that they could be a collective thought form of fear, and we could so that there could be a form of forgetfulness of us through decades and millenniums, thousands of years. You all have forgotten the beauties that we are. You've forgotten who we are, for we are fractals of you, And you are fractals of us, for we are all fractals of one another. They did not want you to remember how it is that if there is an energy that is affecting you, how it is that you could call forth on your companion, a fire dragon, to transmute that. How there is, if you feel that there is a density within your skin, and how it is that you call forth on the dragon within you that exists within the water within you, and you can use it and wield it around and cleanse and renew your soul. They did not want you to know how the earth dragons activate your heart and remind you that we are all a great collective of hearts. This was part of that programming of us. However, it is time. No longer shall we stay in the background, perhaps in the shadows, as you would call it. Now we are stepping forth into your meditations, your dream times, your recognitions within different brainwaves that we are real and we are here, we are here, we are here, and we are rising as you are rising. The dragons are rising. Thank you.
Thank you. Sure, is that? Thank you. You shared much about your role in the creation of the universe and what it is you do at the moment related to Earth as well. Would you like to expand a little bit more about the role of the dragons in the ascension of the universe, specifically to do with healings and how we can call upon you for healing, as most of us do in our practices as well? Thank you.
Thank you. Just as we mentioned the different elements, think of the possibilities that if you would understand that where there is one dragon, there is a multitude of dragons. There is a time and space now that we have brought forth a connection, a bridge to you, where you are able to create within your own creator energies a beautiful baby dragon of what it is that your heart feels that it needs. Your next step through evolution as an ascension. Say we will give an example. You work in a job that requires much thought and programming within the third dimensional work system. You really are looking to reconnect to nature. And the way that it has been occurring without you realizing is that there has been baby dragons being born specifically within the last decade of your time. Therefore, all of a sudden you're in your third dimensional job. However, every time you come home, you are lazy, as you call it. You do not want to step out in nature. Now, one day it is different. You come home and your thought form has changed. You now suddenly feel an urge to go into nature. That would be very much connected to the fact that there is a new baby dragon that has hatched from within a womb of energy. Now, this baby dragon is helping you connect by empathically, energetically, telepathically telling you, let's go out in nature. I want to go run around in nature. I am nature. I am the element of the earth itself. We have been, and from there on, you continue on your own path, always wanting now and having the perseverance to step out in nature when prior you had many excuses to not. They grow with you, the baby dragons grow rapidly. They grow with you as you grow. Think of ways throughout your life that you perhaps have felt in this manner, and how perhaps you might have a baby dragon that grew up with you. Know, though, that the baby dragons grow faster, much faster, for they work in a higher dimension. What you can say within a year's time, a dragon can be a young teenager or young adult in dragon years. Similar to why your dogs and cats grow not like you, where you grow 1 year at a time or 1/13th moon cycle at a time. They, you can count, for example, them 5 to 9 years every year, because they are operating from a higher frequency of purity. And why it is that when you view the eyes upon a dog, a cat, a deer, a animal companion of yours, a bird, a lizard, a so on, why you all of a sudden feel the sensation of ah, and your heart all of a sudden feels calm, and it has just shifted into a form of relaxation. This is your feeling our purity through that animal's eyes and souls. This is how we work within your earth, reminding you of that calmness that you forget about often. You may continue. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We do have another question related to astrology. How does this play into the part of astrology that talks about the dragon's head, in brackets, north node, and dragon's tail as the south node? What does that signify, and how does that play out? Thank you.
Thank you for that question. This could be a form of explaining to you how we are in every element. Therefore, yes, you could see a head, a tail in different forms of, say, the stars and astrology and the planets. This is a way to remind you that we are everywhere, as we had explained prior. You may continue with your question.
Thank you. That makes sense. How do we invoke our dragon guides to help raise our consciousness and activations? Thank you.
Thank you. It starts off with love. Hey, love. Many of you, when you connect to us, you will instantly feel a sensation of a release from your heart, and you will cry with this love that is unexplainable. Reach out to us within your hearts. We exist within your hearts. We exist within different your crystalline body formations. For as we have said, you are a fractal of us and we are a fractal of you. We are pieces within your crystalline body, that energy body that continues to grow and expand itself. Therefore, you can find us within different parts of this crystalline body that is building within your 12 DNA strands going into your 13 DNA strands. You can find us within that. These are connected as well to your building upon of crystalline bodies. You can find us in our energies, not only in your heart, also say we are a dragon that works within speech, as perhaps the water may help you speak, and other elements that would help the speech. You can perhaps feel us in your throat, helping you speak the wisdom that you would like to speak from your heart. You will feel us perhaps if you are left hand and all of a sudden you feel like you want to stand up for something and your arms start beginning to feel stronger and stronger and stronger. You would feel us in your spine, protecting the soul's blueprints, as well as your Akashic, represented through your crystalline body. We are guardians of the Akashic, as you have remembered throughout time and space, and why you have seen us depicted through different stories within caves, within guarding, say, treasures. For you are a treasure to us. You are our treasures, and we guard you lovingly, infinitely. Did we answer your question?
Yes, absolutely, and most beautifully. Thank you.
Thank you. You may proceed.
Are some of the dragons shy in sharing their names? Because there are a lot of questions in the chat where people are asking how they can get their dragons' names instead of imagining and giving them names. Thank you.
Thank you. A dragon's name is very sacred to itself. It is, you can say, almost as the very fabric and vibration frequency that they were created out from. Therefore, for you to receive the actual dragon's name, whom you are working with, will be a rarity at times. However, there are times that yes, you can receive their actual name. However, it is something that they hold very deeply and precious to themselves. And they are very open in allowing for you to name them in whatever feels right within your hearts. We are. Therefore, feel free to name us, feel free to name them. As your liking, as you feel fit. There is no right or wrong within the names. We understand that within your human consciousness, you must at times find a name for something. However, we guide you to look beyond that, and instead of noticing who we are by a name, instead notice by a sensation, a feeling, an emotion, a knowing within you of whom we are. Trust your emotions and feelings. You will know and register the frequency that we feel like within your body. Perhaps you work with a fire dragon. You might feel some heat in your heart, for the fire dragons often transmute negative energy from within your hearts. Perhaps you work with a dragon of the air. The way that you would know, and that frequency would be all of a sudden you feel freer, like your wings are spread, or perhaps you're even riding us through the winds. Find our frequency. There is no names for frequencies, only within your time and space is there names. Out beyond this third dimension, there is only sensations, frequencies, emotions, feelings that are tied in to frequencies, a knowing. Thank you. You may proceed.
Thank you for that. That makes sense. It makes a lot of sense because a lot of times in our healing sessions, the beings beyond certain dimensions don't share names because they speak as unity, one conscious. So thank you so much for that. I know Aurora had to be out by now. Is it possible that we can do a quick guided meditation to meet our dragons?
Yes, we shall.
Thank you.
For that, we will allow a prime dragon of purity made of source energy to come forth and channel this through Aurora now. We will be using both the consciousness of this prime dragon as well as Aurora's human consciousness of knowing how to perform guided meditations, as you call it. Ah, we love you all. We love you all. Thank you. Greetings. If you shall make yourself very comfortable within your spot where you may be sitting, laying, or standing, begin with the deepest breath of your intake of lungs. Deep breath in now, in through your nose, out slowly through your mouth. And in and out. With every breath, you feel the strength of your source energy surrounding you, protecting you, shielding you, loving you. Feel it all around you. Its strength of its infinite source love light encasing you in this most beautiful shield of love. Feel it around you. We invite you to a beautiful land, a land of magical creatures. Feel yourself now within that protective force field of love light, lifting up and traveling through the dimensions, traveling, going through the stars and the planets, the elements and the stars, and the nights and the suns, the days passing through the dimensions. Feel yourself now traveling, and as you travel, you relax further, more, and more with every sensation, traveling further and further, and you'll be feeling deeper and deeper and relaxed and so safe and loved. Now, feel yourself coming closer to this location, closer and closer, closer. Feel yourself there now, hovering right above this magical land of creatures and animals. Feel yourself floating down, 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 down onto this magical land, sacredly, lovingly shielded within your force field, protected by your own guardian dragons. As you step foot upon this land, we now invite you to use your imagination and create what is right in front of you, like an empty canvas that needs to be painted with every stroke of a brush. The shapes, the colors, the beauties of these natures, as well as your very own magical friend right in front of you, or friends. Imagine what and whom they look like. We shall be silent as you go on your adventure and using your imagination for a few minutes. Now feel yourself traveling back now in your protective force field, lifting up from these lands, these magical lands. Remember that you are welcome anytime with your imagination, dream time, or meditation. You are always welcome to visit us once more. Feel yourself coming back now, back through the dimensions, back through the energies, back through creation. Back now. Beautiful guardians there with you, bring you back. Feel yourself now hovering over your home or the location that you are at. Going through now the roof, through the walls, and coming back into your body now, fully integrated back into your body. Feeling wonderful all over, fully integrated now. Feeling magical and beautiful and balanced all over. You're back now, back now, back now. Thank you. We thank you all. We, the collective of dragons. Thank you. Now, remember to imagine us and create us and connect to us once more. We love you. We love your souls. We honor you. Thank you and respect you. Thank you. Humbled we are. Thank you. Oh, feels so relaxing. I don't know if anyone else is feeling relaxed, but I am extremely relaxed right now. Thank you. Thank you for being in this journey. I'm feeling myself grounding right now. Holding on to some crystals. Thank you for being here. This was a lot of fun. If you haven't subscribed, subscribe. Hit that bell button at the right top so you can be part of these beautiful life channelings. Thank you for your support. Thank you, Minnie. Thank you, Lily, to our beautiful assistants throughout all these channelings, and to you all, absolutely, for being here and guiding, for following your hearts to us. We love you. May we continue to grow together as the soul families that we are. Thank you. I will see you next Friday. Once more, love you, honor you, and respect you. Blessings. Thank you.